tits. I pressed the wrong buttons and it just wasn't smooth, was it? Just wasn't smooth. God.
It's the first show of the year. It's to be expected.
The effort was there.
The effort's always there.
100%. You know, wrong buttons. You know, wrong timing. It was 10 seconds off with the music still playing. It's like, what do I have to press again? There you go, everybody. I needed to press the outro video button and then onto intro. I'm rusty. We had a couple of weeks off. All right. But
I don't think you can use that excuse, really, because you did the sesh. So, sorry.
You're supposed to be on my side here, Marge. This is not good.
No, we're not going to kick. No slack, man. No slack. I'm sorry. Not happening.
Okay. My prediction for 2024 is you'll nail it by December 1st.
At some point.
Before the end of the year, you'll nail it once.
Right.
That's right. Yeah, but I'm like a beer and a smoke in now. This is the second part of the show, so I'm a little bit like, ooh, but not
right.
like too much. But I'm not.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I'm
give
not
you
sober.
Right.
Plus, it gives us something to talk about. Let's do that professional intro so I can edit all of that out. And then nobody needs to know about the shoddy intros on YouTube. All right.
Except for the bunch of people that are watching live right now. It'll be between you and us.
Yeah, but that's between us and them. It's all good.
Right.
So good. There's some people, they can't make the live show. They only ever hear the downloaded version of the show, and they're really professional. They are. Gosh.
Boy, they don't know us very well, do they?
And then they come over here, and it's like, what is this?
What?
I thought this is really them.
Anyway, yes, everybody, and welcome to High on Homegrown, the cannabis podcast from percysgrowroom.com. I am Mackie from the UK, and joining us this week, we have Marge.
That's right. Hello, everyone from Central Canada. It's Marge, host of Bite Me the Show But Edibles, and I'm glad you're here today.
Nice. We also have Monkey Do.
Hey, everybody. Monkey down here in the far southeast U.S., enjoying the warmer weather as the rest of the country freezes. Hope everybody has something nice to smoke on today.
Damn. Not the rest of the country, because Hawaii. We spoke to Jordan River this week.
That's right. He was actually.
Sorry.
He was in his 70s, somewhere about 20 degrees C or something like that. So he's actually warmer than I am right now.
Some banana plants in the background, living the dream. Was it Molokai, the island?
Yeah, it was Molokai.
Is he vacationing?
No, he moved there.
Spending living, I think, from what I could gather, and I'm not even sure about this, 6 months in Hawaii before they moved back to the States, something like that.
Mm.
Wow.
So short-term move.
Why not?
Yeah, damn.
I'd be there.
Looks beautiful. Looks beautiful.
Yeah, he's got family out there, so he's going to just go spend some time with the family.
Oh, yeah, check that interview out. That will go out on Wednesday. So if you're listening to this on Friday when the Grow Guides are released, the most recent episode would have been the interview with Jordan River. Check it out. It was a good session, as it always is. I'll try and edit that phone background out as well. What, did you hear my phone in the background? Fuck it. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Just talking to my phone there. I'm going to take a second to silent that. Jesus, so professional. God damn. I'm so embarrassed, everybody. Sorry. Anyway, well, sorry, Marge, what are you saying?
There's a poll being suggested in the chat. Will the UK legalize weed before Mackie does a professional intro?
That's a fucking difficult question. So you know what? I think we should fire that poll up. Are you going to give it a second right now?
Will we ever reach a perfect intro before weed gets legal?
Join the Grow Guides. There we go. All right, let me hit that so we don't get echo. Here I am. I'm going to click there. Start a poll. What are we calling this? Will Mackie get pro intro before UK legalizes? That makes sense, right? I think so.
There you go. It's your chance to troll Mackie all you want.
There you go. Pretty much. What kind of dickhead are you? Is it going to be... It's never going to be legalized, or there's never going to be pro intro.
That's true.
Yes or no, that's all we need. We don't need any added options, do we? Nope, I think that's good. Start poll. There you go, everybody. Play your games. Play your games. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the events that are going on around the world in this Grow Guides episode. So it's not necessarily about growing cannabis, but it's about cannabis community, and you should get out to some of these events if you can. They're all over the world. We're going to be covering different ones, so there hopefully there is one that you might be able to attend. But if not, maybe many that you can attend. Try and get to as many as you can, of course, but at least try and get to one so you can meet some people and put some names to faces. Yeah, have a good time. We went to Spannabis last year, didn't we, Monkey? We met a lot of people out there, and it was good fun, man. It was a good session.
Are you going
meeting
back?
all these people.
Are you gonna go back?
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see as we get closer to the time. I don't ever like making long-term plans. I know 3 months isn't not really long-term, but it's
Yeah,
it's a bit.
for me, it's going to be a no because we've got that eclipse coming at around the same time.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
An eclipse?
Yeah, we got a solar eclipse going through the southern part of the U.S.
Oh, really?
in April.
Yeah, but I know a lot
Well,
of
I
our
imagine
listeners are going to
you get
Spannabis.
there.
Sorry, Marge.
I said I was imagine it's harder for Monkey to get to Spannabis than it would be for you, Mackie.
Oh yeah, it's it was like a 3-hour
Yeah.
flight for me or something. It wasn't very
Right.
long, really.
Yeah.
Monkey's there like 16 hours or some shit.
Yeah, it's 8 hours just to get across the Atlantic, and that's not
Right.
including getting to the Atlantic and then getting from London over to Spain as well. So it was good. It was a long trip, but it was worth it. Definitely was worth it. I don't regret it at all.
That's it. It's good to get out to these events, man. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to be trying to get 2024 planned. That's what we're going to do. So are we ready to move on to the Grow Guide section? We good?
Yeah.
Seems all right.
Yeah, let's
Do it.
So we have a few events listed here, and they're like the most popular ones, the ones everybody knows of. But if you know of any in the chat as well that you know like it's going on in your local area or something, obviously don't try and give away your location and things like that if you're not allowed to. But if you know any events that are going on, smaller events, then let us know in the chat as well, and we'll talk about those. But of course, as we mentioned there in the intro, there is Spannabis. That's one of the biggest events for cannabis nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, biggest in Europe.
Yeah, biggest in Europe at least. I mean, because the big things going on in the States now.
Yeah.
But so when were the dates for Spannabis? We got the website here. We can launch this shit up.
I'd have to
It's
pull up
in
my
March.
email. We'll see.
67 days, 12 hours and 22 minutes
Yeah,
until
March
Spannabis.
15th.
The 15th to the 17th of March 2024. It's coming. An XX edition of Spannabis. That's a little bit different. It's going to be in the same place. So it's always at the same place with the pyramid, the glass pyramid and things like that. Yeah, it was nice last time, wasn't it? Wasn't it fucking fun? When Spannabis, cool, man.
It was cool. Just the people, the vibe was good. The crowd was good. There was appropriate amount of just about everything. It wasn't too crowded. It was crowded enough, but it was fairly crowded. Don't get me wrong now, but it wasn't like you couldn't maneuver or anything like that. You could still get around pretty well. So I did enjoy that part of it a whole bunch.
Yeah, it was a big city. Barcelona is a big city, man, and it's just like loads of squares everywhere. It was bigger than I expected it to be. To get from like one consumption lounge to another, it took quite
Big
a while.
time. Yep,
But
subway
the weed was
rides.
good. The food was decent. It's good, man. It was nice at that time of year as well, surprisingly, because it was snowing here in the UK, but got to Barcelona, and it was nice, like summer weather. It was beautiful, man.
Yep,
So it's a
it
nice
was.
break. If anybody can get out to go to Spannabis, it's definitely worth it just to spend some time in Spain. But it's also a good
The
event.
tickets themselves aren't bad either.
What are the prices on the tickets this year?
Well, I think they're in euros, but
55 euro
days.
for a 3-day ticket.
Yeah.
It's cheap,
Yeah.
man.
I think we paid $60 US last year for 3-day tickets, maybe 65,
Right.
something like that. But that wasn't bad at all.
Getting there's the. But if you live
Getting-
close by,
That's the expensive part, getting there.
yeah.
But these things are always more fun if you can handle a meetup. Meet some friends there. That kind of stuff like that. That was for us at least one of the nice parts about Spannabis was finally putting faces to some of these names that we had been talking to on the forum constantly. You know, finally actually got to meet somebody I've been working with for a couple of years. You know, Mackie. So it was kind of nice about that.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good fun. But it's far for you to go, isn't it? You know, it's even further from March. Is Canada further to Spain?
Is Canada far from Spain?
It'll be further for her, for me,
Yeah,
than
yeah.
it would be for me. I mean, 'cause,
Everything in
yeah.
Canada is far from everything in Canada.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah, so Spannabis it's definitely a huge event that a lot of people are going to be going to. But then in Amsterdam as well, we have the Cannabis Cup. That's going to be going
Oh,
on too. That still happens in Amsterdam, right?
I don't really know. I've never been to Amsterdam. See?
Cannabis Cup you have listed here is
Yeah.
in looks like it's in the States.
Yeah, because the States do it now, don't they?
Well, this is the
But-
High Times Cannabis Cup. I don't know if you're looking at the same one.
Right. I think they're the same thing. The one that used to do it in Amsterdam, but he's just been able to do it around the world now, isn't it? Now, back in the day, in the late 90s, those Cannabis Cups in the Netherlands, man.
Cannabis, the one you have linked for is Arizona People's Choice 2023. So,
Yeah, this is the one which is on the High Times.
the
right?
Oregon's 2023. This is all the high times.
CannabisCup.com. And this is all, 2023. It's not even 2024.
No.
The Cannabis Cups. It would be nice to go to that one and be a judge sometime, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Chilman says
remember-
there, it's not in the dam these days. Yeah, that's what I would think.
Remember what Danny Danko said about that? I said that, you know, it's the hardest job of smoking weed you'll ever have, because you're gonna be really, really, really high, and you got to take really good notes because you're trying to remember stuff.
You know,
Mhm.
goddamn. And so much of it, man. So much weed to smoke. Who was it? Was it the Bubble Man who was telling us about when he did the Amsterdam Cannabis Cup for the hash? He was judging hash, and it was just like so much hash for him to consume and try. Damn. One day, when it's legalized for everybody, you know, then we can get involved and we can do cannabis cups like that. That would be super cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, send me a package. I'll judge it for you. No problem.
Well, we
happy to
didn't
help.
really get to judge it, but we got to sample some of the stuff from the Barcelona sativa side, and that was really an experience and a half. You
Yeah,
know,
and that was some good
seeing what those
shit.
it was, man. Seeing people can grow that good stuff, you know, that was an experience just to be able to sample some of it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then the Emerald Cup as well, because you know, you have the Cannabis Cup, which is the old school thing, but I think the Emerald Cup is a lot more new, a lot more recent, right? And this is run by Swami and Nikki, is it, the Emerald Cup?
Not really so
No,
much
I don't
run by
think so.
them, but it's that area though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in Humboldt. And I think
Right.
they judge it every year. There's some of the judges, but
Okay. Yeah.
but I forget who runs it. It's not those two. They just participate.
Right.
Yeah, it's a proper professional
I
event,
applied to
right?
be a judge, like, in the World Cup,
And they didn't accept
And-
but
you.
there's probably no way I'll get. Oh, I don't know. I just applied like a couple days ago, but I think they're probably leaning more towards people who live in the States. And they have an edibles category, which is what I applied for, but I don't know. I'm not even sure like how you like judging edibles seems a little different, but
Yeah, it's going to be a
Oh.
longer process, isn't it? Hey, how are you going to judge 50 edibles, man? You're going to need like a couple of days in between each one to really know what's
Yeah.
going on.
It'd
Yeah.
be fun. A lot of fun, man. Give me a week. I
Yeah.
could do it. I could do it. Yeah.
Right.
Come on,
Yeah.
Marge. We could do it. Give us a week.
I can tell you what they
Exactly.
taste like, you know?
Mackie be sleeping the whole week.
You know, goddamn. Was I supposed to write something down? God damn.
I guess this is the 20th Emerald Cup, so it's
Yeah,
been
that's
20
right.
years.
The 20th, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Now-
history making 20th annual Emerald Cup will be hosted on May 4th and 5th, 2024.
Okay, so that's not the same time as they do the Harvest Ball then. Harvest Ball is
No,
in the
no.
fall.
Mm-hmm. That looks like a good event to go to as well.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yes. So what other events do we have here on the list? Because we had the Spannabis, highly recommended. Do go there. What's the biggest one in the USA? Would you think? I mean, because there's MJ Biz conference, but that's more for businesses, right?
Yeah, that's actually for proprietors and growers and people, trying to get into the industry professionals. And if you look at the prices of it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking
Oh
about.
God,
Because
yeah.
the ticket prices were hundreds of dollars just to get in, one of those things like that. So
Yeah, it's more like an expo in a way than I don't think
Mhm.
they do it. There's no judging or anything like that there.
not that I know of, at least, but now that it's legal in Vegas, maybe there should be some judging and maybe there should be a cup there, and who knows, maybe there will be eventually, but not that I know of right now.
It's always
I know
good,
that
yeah.
they do have a lot of parties and stuff attached to the MJ BizCon, after hours kind of stuff that were supposed to be pretty good parties if you can get invites to them and those kind of things like that.
Mhm.
But it is definitely a conference that's aimed at industry professionals and growers and cultivators and that kind of stuff like that, and not so much as home growers.
Right, and the MJ BizCon, that's in December time as well, so that's towards the end of the year.
Mhm.
In Spannabis, it's only a few weeks away. That's in mid-March, man. So it's not very long away, really. It's less than a grow away, you know.
Really?
Yeah. It's not very far now, man. So make sure you get your tickets for that if you're around Europe or even in the USA and you want to head over. Yeah, it was a good place, man. It was good shit. Then
It was good.
what's that one you said about the unicorns, monkey? There we go.
Now, yeah, the Unicorn Music Festival was out in it's in Western Canada. I think it was in Vancouver or it could be British Columbia. I'm not really sure.
Well,
I'll have to click the link and
Vancouver's
find out.
in British Columbia, but
Okay,
yeah.
there you go. See, that tells you how much I know about Canada, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, no, it's a music festival but they also have what's called the Rosebud Bowl there. It's a home growers competition. So that's an interesting one to go to. But unfortunately for this one, it's a little bit different because this is a camping environment of a music festival. So
Right.
it's not, you're not actually going to be, hotels and that kind of things like that. Those are going to be a little bit harder to come by and be able to do this. This is more like tent camping, campers, that kind of stuff. But
Yeah,
supposedly
Just
because
gonna
one of
be
the better
loads of
ones.
hippies there smoking cannabis.
Damn hippies. Cartman will be over there jumping hippies.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it sounds nice when you think about these events in the summertime when we're sitting here in wintertime and it's fucking freezing.
I
Yeah,
know.
I think this one
It's
would be
not really
good,
that cold though.
actually. Outdoor music festival would be enjoyable, and then add cannabis to that, and what could be wrong?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah, we were
camping,
actually
being in
we
tents and stuff. It's funny
that
in your
was the
twenties and
problem.
that, but you know.
No, I don't mind tents and stuff like that though. But if I got to fly up to Vancouver and bring all my camping gear to go to
Ugh.
this thing, that became a problem,
Yeah.
and that's why we kind of backed out of it. Going out, well, we could go up there and we could rent a camper. Well, I don't drive a camper, and I don't know if I want to be responsible for driving a camper inside of a music festival for my first time. So
Right.
yeah, we kind of thought twice about that and said, well, as always, tomorrow, one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So be aware though that this one is going to be a camping event and it's a more remote thing, but it sounds like a whole lot of fun.
All these events are fun, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Just to be around like-minded people who enjoy cannabis. You don't have to feel like you have to hide it when everybody's smoking.
True.
Must be crazy to go to one of these events where it is legalized. It must feel completely different, you know.
Well, that's what
Mhm.
Spannabis was.
And this hemp fest as well. Anybody heard of hemp fest before?
I feel
No,
like I have, but I don't know anything about it.
Mm.
It's this one. It says it's in. Is this the Seattle?
Yeah.
that's what it says.
There's loads all over the USA. We had a calendar. Did I put that link with a calendar? Oh no.
Well, every state who has got legal recreational cannabis pretty much has a cup of some kind somewhere, at least one in their state. Uh, that's especially if you have commercial growers. Now, Virginia may not have a cup because, well, they only got home growers in that state so far. They don't have any commercial market up and running.
Is that right in Virginia? Damn.
Yes, they're dragging their feet. Some of the lawmakers that don't want it to happen are trying to, really drag their feet and trying to make this a very hard process that people can finally given up on. But good luck
That's
with that.
unusual.
Dragging the
Politicians
government
usually
dragging their
so quick.
feet. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. They're usually so snappy.
Well, it's a situation where the public got what they wanted, but the politicians don't want it. So they're going to do anything in their legal power to kind of stall it. That's kind of like what Ohio has done and what Mississippi tried to do and things like that. But
Democracy.
It is what it is, man. It ain't perfect.
We have a Borough Fest in the UK. Billy just mentioned that up in the chat there. The
What is
Grass
that?
Festival.
Mm.
Yeah, is that in when is that, Billy? But that's where people go and they can make their own bongs and pipes and shit.
Nice.
Oh,
The
that's
glass
fun.
blowing festival. Yeah, sounds like a fun one. But of course, in the UK as well, there's a big event that Product Earth.
Right.
But, yeah, that's been in Coventry for the last like 9 years. We had Matt Clifton, the CEO of Product Earth, on the show. And it was a good interview, man. He seems like a cool guy. But this time it's not going to be in Coventry. It's been in Coventry all these years, but it's moving to London now. So that's going to be a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why. We'll get him on the show at some point and talk to him. Maybe I'll reach out and try and get him on the show and find out what the plan is and why it's down in London.
Is it a bigger market there, or did Coventry
Yeah,
throw them out?
London's just fucking huge, man.
Yeah.
That's where everybody goes, isn't it? That's where you put on big events. That's just the way it is.
I guess.
But people seemed pretty happy with like the whole camping thing. It's going to be a lot more difficult to find somewhere to camp in London. No.
Yeah, and I mean, the people that we knew that were going to or this yeah, that one, please.
Product Earth.
They Product Earth. I was gonna say Earth Fest, and I knew I was wrong with that though. But that's one reason they would go, is they went for the camping, for the after hours parties and fellowship kind of stuff like that. So
Yeah.
by
So,
eliminating
that
that,
was
that's
the fun
going to
of it,
change. You're going to change the entire event immediately. Don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah. What about in Canada, Marge? Is there any events for you guys up there?
Well, there's this unicorn thing. This unicorn music festival and Rosebud Bowl, I think it was saying.
Right.
But that's on the other side of the country, so I probably won't be going to that.
But doesn't Toronto have something?
Yeah, what was it called? Fuck my stoner brain. I'm totally drawing a blank.
That's
Karma
the
Cup.
edibles.
It was the Karma Cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, they do everything. It's a cup for all that stuff. But last year they went legal side, which is kind of interesting.
Okay.
So I don't know how well it was received last year or not, but that is when that happens. I have a friend actually that's also trying to start some kind of cannabis event and cup in the Yukon, which is northern Canada, which would be super interesting because they've never had anything like that there. So hopefully she pulls it off, because she invited me to go. So, and I've never been to the Yukon, so I would like to check it out. But
It's cool. Nice.
yeah.
No, I've got a whole list here of different events that are going on throughout the year, but this is they missed off big events like Spannabis and things like that. So I thought we'd talk about those first, and then look at some of these smaller events. Well, I don't even know if they're smaller. I just haven't heard of them. That's all. They might be massive. But there's this one called Lift. Have you heard these events?
Yeah.
Lift,
Yeah, that's like Cannabis Expo. They don't have like a cup or anything like that though.
It's just some place you can go and look at cannabis stuff, is it?
It's Lyft is kind of interesting. Last year was better actually than other years because they had more interactive stuff. They did a lot of stuff with cannabis and food last year, which was really good. But it would be more, I guess it's consumer, but you'll go and you'll have cannabis brands represented next to people selling like equipment for licensed producers. It's kind of an interesting mix sometimes.
Says, launched in 2015, Lyft is the original large-scale cannabis trade show in Canada, now serving the cannabis industry and community across North America as both a meeting place and a destination for discovery. So that sounds pretty cool. That's going on on the 11th of January, 2024 in Vancouver, Canada.
Does it sound a little bit like the MJ BizCon here in the States?
Yeah.
Almost. Be a little bit like that, except probably a lot smaller, I would imagine. Yeah, be a lot smaller. And they have one in Toronto. I've been to the one in Toronto a few times.
Cool. There's
one, but definitely a little more corporate.
There's one in it just says just the website, if in case anyone wants to check it out, is liftevents.com. And they also have an event in San Francisco, same as Lyft in San Francisco.
Yeah, that one's new, and that is more, they were trying to focus more on the cannabis and food and all that kind of thing.
Which now was you mentioned food.
Yeah. It's so weird though. Like the one I've been to, when I went to the one in Toronto, like in the conference hall, you could buy a beer but none of the vendors were allowed to give out any samples that had any like infused samples or anything.
Damn.
You couldn't
Stupid.
consume on site, but you could
I
drink
don't
beer or alcohol.
don't get that, Marge. I mean, it confuses me why they do that, but I'm sure
Yeah.
same for you though, probably.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucked,
well,
man.
I mean, I guess it's also the smoking laws we have in Ontario. There's very strict
Mhm.
smoking laws. You can't smoke indoors anywhere really.
Yeah.
But you know when you're getting close to the conference because there's like tons of people standing outside smoking. They're all smoking weed.
It was
So
the
you know
same
you're in the
thing.
right spot. Yeah.
Same thing as Spannabis. We were wondering if we're getting close, and all of a sudden somebody
Yeah.
would walk past you with the joint burning, going like, "Yep, we're close."
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have here's one, Cannabis Business Asia Pacific in Bangkok, Thailand. That's on
Ooh.
and sorry, that the one in San Francisco, the lift in San Francisco is the 22nd of February. And the one in the Cannabis Business Asia Pacific in Thailand is on the 29th of February. A couple of events there in February. So they've already started, you know, there's plenty of events to visit, just different places around the world. It's a bit far to go, but you know. Alternative Products Expo in Miami, Florida on the 14th of March. And that's going to be the same weekend, because 15th to 17th of Spannabis, I think they said, right? Hall of Flowers in Southern California, in Ventura. That's on the 13th of March. NECAN, NECANN in Boston, Massachusetts, on the 22nd of March. And then one in Athens. There's a Athens Cannabis Expo, Athens, Greece, on the 30th of March. That sounds nice.
Athens Cannabis Expo, is that what you said?
Yeah, Athens Cannabis Expo in Athens,
Oh.
Greece.
Is cannabis legal in Greece?
I don't think so, because Greece is part of Europe, isn't it? The purpose of the event is to inform the public all about the products and innovations that exist in the world of cannabis and the latest achievements in the medical and industrial use of cannabis. Come to get to know all the innovative companies that are active in the cannabis sector, with many different products and services such as CBD, cannabis, cosmetics, cocktails, seeds, medical vaporizers, clothing, and many more. So yeah, it's just like one of the like a Spannabis kind of event by the sound of it, but in Greece. Ooh, 2 weeks after Spannabis. That is, everybody, if you're interested.
Just stay on a little longer and head on over to Greece afterwards.
You know
That's
what I'm
it.
saying? Yeah, that sounds good, man. But, so that's another one for you out there in the Europe way, everybody. What else we got here? We got Canacon South in Oklahoma City. And that's on the 5th of April. What's this? A Benzinga Capital Conference? I don't know what that one is. Hollywood, Florida. There's a Hollywood in Florida?
There is.
Okay.
There's a Paris in Texas too.
What? There's a Paris in China, but you know, like an actual rip-off of the city Paris. Did you know that?
No, there's a Paris in Texas, and they even have an Eiffel Tower, and it's wearing a cowboy hat.
Oh
There's
my
Paris in
God!
Ontario too. Fun fact.
You would expect nothing less, you know.
An Eiffel Tower in Ontario, huh?
Yeah, so that Bazinga Capital Conference is on the 16th of April. Lucky Leaf in Minnesota is on the 26th of April. I don't know what that is.
Isn't the Cowboy Cup pretty popular in the States somewhere too?
It's Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Been a bit of controversy with that one over the last few years, and I really don't even want to get into it because I don't understand all the controversy. But you know, been a little bit of yelling back and forth at that one. Something about rules.
It'll be interesting to know what happened there. It's because there was a lot of controversy last year, wasn't it? Yeah,
There was a ton of it last year.
Samples or some shit. It would be interesting to get the lowdown and know what actually went on. But that's difficult to do. Midwest Canatech in Mount Pleasant in MI. Is that Minnesota?
Michigan.
MN,
Minnesota.
Okay. Cannabis Science Conference in Kansas City. That sounds good. On the 7th and the 5th.
Kansas City
right?
would be Missouri, right? Because that's Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri.
MO. says MO.
Missouri. Yeah, you just basically cross the river and you're in the other state, but you're still in Kansas City. It's weird. Yeah, Kansas City, Kansas, Kansas City, Missouri. Just the river separates the two.
Right.
But there's so many events going on, man. It's crazy to see. Imagine being able to go to all of these events, just doing a tour to each one of these around the USA.
I think you'd be tired of it after a while, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Probably.
It's like not more cannabis. Oh my gosh.
you know, you just want to chill for this one. You know, just get some
Mm.
weed and relax this weekend. Damn. Yeah, so there's so many. I'm just trying to pick out some. This one, Psychedelic Therapeutics and Drug Development Conference in Boston, Massachusetts. That's on the 23rd of the 5th month. What's the 5th month? May?
Yep.
23rd of May.
Yeah.
Canna Trade Growing Up Conference and Expo, Cannabis Business Europe. That's in Frankfurt, Germany. That's on the 4th of June. That one sounds interesting. So another one there in Europe, Frankfurt, Germany. Nice. It's a good reason to visit Germany, right? No, that'll probably be a big one this year as well because you know the fact that they're probably legalizing this year. Very cool. Interdisciplinary conference on psychedelic research in Haarlem in the Netherlands. That's on the 6th of June. Sounds good, right? That sounds like what I'd attend. And Cannabis Europa, that's in London on the 25th of June. Seems to be getting popular, that event. Everybody has been talking about that. But, well, from what I've seen of cannabis events, this one seems to be quite popular. People are talking about it. I don't know if I'd go, though. It's in London. You want to try and avoid London. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Make sure you wear your body armor if you go to London, right? Don't want to get stabbed.
That's right. Don't wear your nice watch. Leave your nice watch at home. What's this one? Psychedemia 2024 in Columbus, Ohio. Canacon Midwest. Cannabis Business Times Conference. See, there's lots of cannabis business events going on as well. And of course, many people will be interested in business events, will they? They want to go for more of the social events.
Well, people in like that's what MJ BizCon is more for business people. That's people in the industry trying to make money with it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be me. I'm a home grower. I don't want to worry about making money in it.
That's it, man. It'd be nice to see just little home grow conferences, just small ones. That would be cool.
It would be nice, I'm thinking that you probably would have a decent attendance from just home growers trying to become better growers or maybe show off their craft a little bit. It'd be nice.
Yeah, World CBD Awards in Lisbon, Portugal. That sounds cool. That's on the 8th of October. What was that, Marge?
So I'd go to Portugal.
It's in Spain, kind of, isn't it? It's a piece of Spain. Portugal is. I hope that doesn't offend anybody in Portugal.
Probably just slightly offend the Portuguese there a little bit,
it's like, isn't Scotland just a part of England,
Like, okay,
what did you fucking say? What did you
Oh, don't worry about that Irish channel. It's just Ireland. It's all part of the UK, right?
No, that's right. Yeah, it's all part of the same land. You just got a river in between it. It's all right. Damn. Yes. No offense intended there. Anybody in Portugal or Spain or whatever. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of events going on all around the world, man. It's cool to see. It's crazy as well to see these places that are still illegal, but having cannabis events. It's like you really need to make your fucking mind up, man. Are we allowed to do it or not? What the fuck?
Right.
And Cannabis for Europa in London, UK. And they'll be like, "Oh, we just do CBD, blah blah blah." Whatever, man. You try telling a police officer if he finds you with cannabis that it's CBD weed and watch him not give a fuck.
I'd be like, here, try it. You'll see.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Take a hear of that. Jesus.
You feel anything?
Are you planning to get to any events then, Marge? Are you going to hit any of these events?
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah. Like if they accept me as a judge to the Emerald Cup, then I'm going to California. I have no idea how, but
We'll worry about that when we get there.
uh,
Yeah, you know,
right. Right.
that's
I'll
how
just
it
have
has
to
to be
figure
done.
that out and cross that bridge when the time comes. But yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
might go I'd probably go to Lyft. I've been going to that like for several years in a row, mainly
cool.
because there's so many other like just Toronto cannabis people that I know through
Mm.
doing my podcast that it's kind of neat to meet them in person because a
Yeah.
lot of people go to that one. Otherwise, and maybe, this one in the Yukon, but otherwise, I don't see myself necessarily flying to Spain in March as much as I would love to add that to my itinerary this year.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
It's an
if
expensive
anything
plane
changes, I'll
ticket,
let
isn't
y'all
it?
know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you mean like a lottery
I
win
haven't
or
even
something, you know?
right. It's one of those things you've seen those memes. Like if I ever win the lottery, I won't tell anyone, but there will be signs, and you'll
Mm-hmm.
know because it'll be at like Cannabis Cup around the world.
Yeah, with a big
Oh, you going to that
gold
one
chain
too?
with a cannabis emblem on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you'll know. Yeah.
Right.
That's right, man. I don't think I'll be getting out to any event specifically. I don't know yet. You know, I don't like to plan too far. I never know how I feel on a particular day. You know, classic like introvert like that. You know, it's like I just
Right.
don't feel like
Yeah.
it today. You know, it's like it sounded like a good plan last week, and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds really cool. But today, I'm like, yeah, I don't really feel it. You know, just want to stay at home and do something.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens as the year progresses. I'd love to get back to Amsterdam. It's been too
Yeah,
long
they
since
usually
I've
have
been to
like a
Amsterdam.
few cannabis cups and stuff like that there. There's
Yeah.
one I kept getting emails about, the Amsterdam Coffee Shop Awards. Is
Mm.
anybody familiar with that one?
Nah, but that would be a good one to take part in.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it looked interesting.
Yeah. And got to get to Amsterdam sometime. Yeah, that's what we
How long
need.
did
We need to organize an event. Sorry, Marge.
right? How far of a flight is it for you to get to Amsterdam from the UK?
45 minutes, man. We don't even get to 35,000
What is
feet. It gets up to
45
fucking
minutes?
about 23,000 feet, and it's like, oh, that's high enough now. We can start coming down.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's
45 minutes
ridiculous.
won't even get me to Toronto.
Hmm. The drive to the airport takes longer than the flight to the ship does.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah, it's crazy. Great place, man. Got to get back there. We should organize a meetup in the summertime or something. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be really cool. I think Chad Westbrook goes to Amsterdam pretty regularly too.
Mm-hmm.
He does. Yeah.
He went there a few months ago, didn't he?
I
He
think
did.
so.
It's what we're saying about this fucking poll. I'm trying to find it, but
Uh-oh.
I can't find it. Here we go. Oh, look at that. It's 56. No, I don't even remember what we were saying. I'm gonna close this poll now. All right, here we go.
Oh, the poll. Yeah.
Where are we? We have will Mackie get pro intro before UK legalizes? No, 56%, and yes, 43%.
Wow.
Thank you for
Well,
your vote of
poll
confidence,
is
everybody.
open.
I knew they were going to give you a no. They're going to definitely drag you, brother. There's no way.
There's
That's
no
our
way they're letting me
audience.
get away with that.
There's
Jesus.
no
Yeah,
way.
I voted no too. Just
Ah,
to
see, Marge is even dragging.
Damn, is this what it's come to?
It
Jeez.
has.
no, obviously you've got lots of support in the chat, so
That's right. No, thanks for the encouragement, everybody.
you'll get that pro intro one day, and
One day.
also motivation one day.
One day,
further
and you
down
know
the
what would
road.
happen? They'll be like, "Oh, that was such a fucking boring intro." You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
They like our
Right.
flubs, man. What do you mean?
Yeah.
They're the most fun.
That's right, man. So, Monkey, you're not doing any cannabis events because you're seeing the
Well, not
eclipse.
early on, at least. I'm not planning anything until after the eclipse is done.
Mhm.
We're right now coordinating with other eclipse watchers to, where we're going to go, where we're going to meet, that kind of thing. So
Nice.
get that out of the way, and then maybe there'll be a fall trip. But or in harvest time would be nice to make a cannabis trip.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a
Need to
nice
get to
place
Canada to actually see what the Canada scene is.
Yeah, that would be a good point. Because us in the UK, we go to Amsterdam because that's been the only place that really had somewhat legal cannabis
Mhm.
in the world for a long time. So everybody went there. But now there's so many options. You
Yeah.
can go loads of places in the USA, you know, and then of course Canada as well. So you're not just stuck going to Amsterdam now. There's other places you can go to. You can go to Spain, and you know,
Hmm.
consume cannabis without the risk of being arrested and shit.
Well, Tenerife, we know about that
Mm-hmm.
one. You know, Jamaica,
Mhm.
Mexico. Uh, you know,
Mm-mm.
because we've had friends that go into Mexico down there, and even though they don't have dispensaries, you can if you can find somebody to sell it to you, it's legal to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of
And we
those
see
Yeah,
things.
Chilbert in the
just
chat there.
consume it
Sorry, Marge.
I was just gonna say in Mexico, I don't think you consume it. You can consume it publicly,
Right.
Right.
Yeah, we Chilbert
but
in
not.
the chat mentioned. Have we mentioned the 420 Hyde Park, Liverpool, Glasgow, etc. And of course, there will be them 420 events when the day comes
Right.
as well. So
Yes.
check with those. There's always meetups in different cities around the world. So whatever city you're in, if you do some kind of Google search for 420 meetup, you should find one. And you know what you should do? If you can't find one, as Mary Jane suggested earlier in the chat, then consider starting your own cannabis event. It's as simple as setting up a Facebook group and just organizing some people. Maybe try and get some permissions from your local council or your local authority just to say that you're going to be in this park and this particular day. You know, you can do it. To put the research in. All the information you need to set up an event like that is out there online. So if there isn't a 420 event where you are, maybe you should be the person organizing it. Consider it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Why
why
not?
not?
Mm-mm.
Get a few people together, meet some new people.
That's right, man. And just be around like-minded people. That's the way it needs to be. It's just a shame that we can't do that more often in all these places that are still, prohibiting cannabis. It's a damn shame, man.
It
It's a
is.
damn
Yeah.
shame. But lots of events going on still. There's lots of progress. I mean, look at people wouldn't have thought about this 20 years ago.
Hmm. There's
You know,
also we talked about it briefly before, but the High B&B website,
yeah, yeah,
because it's like Airbnb, but it's cannabis friendly. So all the hosts and event hosts, that's you can smoke weed on their premises and
yeah.
whatnot. Stations all over the place. I happened to click on one just now, and it turns out it was in South Africa.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, but they
I
have
forgot
locations.
about that. South
Yeah,
Africa did go
Canada.
legal too, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, I think there's something down
Well,
there.
legal to grow it at
Oh,
least, right?
Right.
hmm.
Under certain circumstances, but yeah, they had a slight change in their laws.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but they usually each listing will tell you where you can smoke weed. Like this one here in South Africa, anywhere on premises, outdoors, balcony, porch, wherever. But
Oh wow.
yeah, so all the events, they have events too, but they're all over the place. Canada, the States. It started in Canada, but she's expanded quite a bit.
Yeah, man. It's fucking cool. It's a nice idea. There's always a
Mhm.
concern, isn't it, when you go away? Are you allowed to smoke in this place? When you get a hotel and you have to lean
Mhm.
out the window, it's
Right.
dangerous, man. I wonder how people have how many people have accidentally fallen out, and they're like, oh, he just he jumped. And in fact, he
Right.
just fell because he's leaning out the window trying to get a spliff. No.
And I would imagine too, depending on where you're going, if you can't bring your weed because of, limitations or restrictions in traveling, that your
Mm.
host could probably let you know where you can get some as
Or
well.
leave some there. Like, if you just get half ounce
Yeah.
from me and leave it on the table, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem in some areas, though.
Hmm.
You
One day we can
One
dream.
day,
We can
exactly.
dream.
That could be your homegrown if no money's changing hands at all.
Mm.
That's different. That's a gift. That's completely different.
I just left
Hmm.
it there.
Exactly.
You know.
Came out of my garden for you to enjoy.
Yeah, man. So lots going on. I reckon everybody can find themselves an event to go to this year. And if you haven't done it before, then I definitely recommend it. You know, try and get out there and meet more of the cannabis community, because there's a lot of like-minded people out there. You just have to try and find them. You know, and if you're a member of Percy's Grow Room, the Cannabis Forum, then you're gonna know people who are gonna be going out to these events as well, so you
Hmm.
can meet them. But of course, security is always a big concern in places like the UK and other places where it's illegal to grow. So,
And
you
it's
know,
always a little bit nervous going to meet people for the first time that you've never met in person. So be careful, people.
mhm.
Right. Tell somebody where you're going. So if you
It's
never
like-
saw it, you never come back.
Mhm.
You know, you just get there and they're like, everybody freeze.
Like, damn, I came all the way to 1,200 miles for this.
Right.
Yeah. So, also be cautious and take security in mind.
Always.
Be careful. We know Chilbert's legit. We've met Chilbert. Chilbert,
Yeah.
who else is there? Fire Top and Benny Ben, Pip Jam,
Fire.
Gilandil, all these guys which we met out there in Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Unless like they're deep undercover,
I don't know about that.
They're playing the long game.
You really think Benny Ben's undercover now? I don't know about
Oh
that.
yeah. The Benny Ben is an exception. But that dodgy Pip Jam guy, look at him in the chat there.
I'm
I'll
telling
see him.
you,
I'll see.
with the big peace sign going on.
But, good times, and that was in Barcelona as well. We had that time in the restaurant with the stupid amount of cheese on the pizzas, which
Funny
we'll
as
joke
hell.
about for a long time. Good times, man. And
Only
people
time
need
I've
to go
ever
out and
had
do
a
that.
small pizza with 3 pounds of cheese on it. But yeah,
Gosh.
there you go. It was
Yeah.
it was crazy.
It's the end of the day. Just use up whatever cheese you have.
Yeah, we're gonna throw it out anyway. Give it to him.
Damn. Good times, man. Good times. Yeah, get out to an event, everybody. Yeah, if you can, of course. They can be expensive. You might not be able to afford it, but if you can get out there, then do it. You won't regret it. It's nice. It's nice to be around like-minded folk. That's the best thing about these events.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't matter which country it's in or what's happening there, as long as you're spending it with people that you share common interest with. I think that's the most important thing about these things.
Yeah, we got to meet Jorge when we're there. I mean, he was working, so we didn't get to spend a lot of time with him, but we finally got to, meet him one-on-one and actually put a face and a name together and shake the man's hand. So, I mean, it's nice when you go to events and be able to do those kind of things.
It's very cool, man.
Met some other podcasters that we had not met before at Spannabis and, increased our contacts that way a little bit. So there's a lot of good stuff that goes on at these conventions. If you just put yourself out there a little bit.
Yeah, man. Have fun with it. I know it's easy to just hide, isn't it? Because that's how we have to do things most of the time, and that's how we've been doing things for a long time. It's easy to just stay hidden, but sometimes you have to just step out there and have a little bit of fun with the community. Go to an event and have a good time. But we have a question. We got a question for the listener mail. So let's do that.
Oh,
I think we only
geez.
have
Not
one
that,
question, right?
not that one, huh?
Yeah, that one.
That one, okay.
I'm just trying to find it now because I have so many windows open from all of those.
Right there in the show notes, my man.
Yeah, I had to find show notes with all the windows I had open from all them events I was clicking. So Filmy Bowls says, host of HOHG, that means High on Homegrown. Not sure if anyone has asked this before, and it's off topic. If you had a superpower like a DC or Marvel Universe characters, what superhero character would you want to be? Marge, you want to go first?
No, he's asking the host
You
of
already
High on
said that.
Homegrown. The host of High on Homegrown.
No, he's got an S on there. Hosts.
That's okay. I'm not a host.
Right,
There's
I'm a
only
panel.
one. That's it, right? That's it. I'm a co.
I
The
think
nuance
that's
of language
me.
is
That's a question from Mackie. That's it. See?
Right.
Fuck
Right.
yeah, no.
We got him.
Nice one, monkey.
Yeah. Pin it on him.
Well, I'd be Dr. Manhattan because I'd have a big blue dick,
Oh, no.
But that's not DC, is it? No, I think Watchmen is DC. I think Superman is just that's like the ultimate superhero, right? Is there any other superhero that can outdo Superman? And you see this whole, Batman killed Superman thing. Spoiler alert. But
Wonder Woman,
Superman
obviously.
comes back, but it's not realistic,
Superman-
is it? Superman is indestructible, man.
Yeah, but the other good thing about Superman is he can blend in very easily into normal day-to-day life. He's not a
Right.
freak. He can put on regular clothes and be a regular person. So yeah, if I had to go, that's where I would go because you could
Put some
choose whether.
glasses on.
Yeah, I'd put some glasses on and nobody knows who you are. That's
it.
perfect,
Completely
right?
different person.
Never
Parting to the
figured
left
that one
instead
out,
of
though.
parting to the right,
Oh, jeez. But yeah, That'd be the easiest one to go with is Superman because he's basically a regular guy unless he wants not to be.
Yeah, maybe we should say Superman doesn't count. Which
Oh
which
gosh, here we
Krypton
go.
would you be?
Okay, Iron Man
Hmm.
because he is a regular guy, but he's got super gadgets.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. And those gadgets are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a good answer. I'd be Wonder Woman.
Fantastic. Go for it.
I'd also like the superpower of teleportation, and then I could go to all these cannabis
Mm.
events, worrying about the long flights and the expensive plane tickets.
So like Doctor Strange, just make a circle in the sky and just walk through it. I mean, you're where you
Oh,
are now.
how convenient would that
Exactly.
It sounds like you'd like to be Dr. Manhattan as well, Marge.
be? For similar, different reasons? I don't know, but I'll leave it for
Hey,
the
that's up to you, man. We won't ask. It's none of our business. No. But yeah, interesting question there about superheroes. I just think Superman is the best one. He's just the indestructible. He can fly, strong.
Right.
Yeah. Which Superman was the best Superman? It's got to be what's that guy? Christopher Reeves, right?
Yeah, the guy
Oh,
who.
classic.
Yeah, the original
I
Superman
haven't seen
movie.
that
Yeah.
movie in 20 years, and I really actually haven't watched any of the latest Superman movies because I just
Yeah,
don't
they're
care.
not Superman, are they? They're not Superman. It's
No.
like it's like in my lifetime, there's been 3 major Spider-Mans, if that's the right plural.
And
You
how
know?
many Batmans have there been?
Yeah, true. Yeah, so who was the first one? It's that guy. You know which guy I mean.
That guy, you know, the guy.
What,
What's that
Superman,
guy?
you mean?
No, the original Spider-Man.
Oh,
Tobey
Tobey
Maguire. That's the one.
Right.
And then there was the next guy after him. I don't even know who that guy is.
Well, Tobey Maguire was the first 2, wasn't it?
Maybe. I
And
did
then they
watch those.
changed on the third one, I think.
They just started coming out with so many. I was just like, yeah, okay. It's another Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, Henry Cavill was good though as Superman.
Right.
That was a decent Superman.
I never watched that one. I have to
Yeah.
admit.
He gets shot in the eye and shit, and the bullet just crumbles on his iris. It's good, good CGI. I don't really
Between
like
Batman,
superhero movies.
Superman, and Spider-Man, I could be watching superhero movies like every day.
Yeah, there's plenty out there. But you know what
Right.
was a good superhero movie that I think is just underrated, man? X-Men
Deadpool.
2.
Oh,
Deadpool's good too. Yeah,
yeah, I like Deadpool a lot.
that's good TV. Yeah, so random tangent there about superheroes. Anything else to add there?
I think everything that has been said can be said, or whatever. You know what I mean.
So I don't think we have any more questions, do we? Let me just have a quick check there. Should check Discord as well. No, that was just from Phil. Let me check the Discord. Click. I don't think there's any more questions. I think that's it. Oh no, there is something here. What's it about? Oh, that's Alcanturo. I think that's Galandil. Just being a Galandil. So there we go. That's everything. Any more things to say about events? Just go out to one if you can, because they are super fun. But that's it, I think. Anything else? Should we go to outro?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Professionally fade outro. There you go. Yeah, so random tangent about superheroes. Now we're talking Spider-Man / Peter Parker wasn't supposed to be all big and strong. That's the point. Which one was big and strong? Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't done that already, and subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. This one was episode 96 of the Grow Guides, I think. Yeah, I think that's right, yeah. Episode 96. So there's lots of episodes out there. Next week, we're going to be talking about high-stress training techniques like super cropping, monster cropping, the screen of green,
Mainline.
all that kind of stuff. How do you put a lot of stress on the plant to get it trained into the position you want it to be in? So join us for that one next week. I think that's everything, right? There's not much else to add other than that. Other than get over to Percy's and take a look at the changes that are taking place, and read some articles, share some articles around social media, and help us get the site out there to more people.
Yeah, become part of the community. We got a really nice community over there, very friendly. Hey, I'll say it again. We got a policy over on our site: no dicks. You want to come
That's
over there
right.
and be unhassled? That's the place to be.
Mm-hmm. Be kind to each other. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
That's right. Don't be a dick. Nobody ever wants sick plants. Nobody learns everything quickly. So just go easy on each other when people are learning new things. So that's about it for this week. We'll be back on Sunday. It just feels like we're missing something. Are we missing something?
I don't think so,
No,
Mackie.
I don't think so. No. It feels like we're missing something. It's just strange to be back. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah,
That's it.
and we're off before 6 o'clock. My
You're getting
time.
your sea legs back.
What was that much?
I said you're getting your sea legs back.
That's what.
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
what it is. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's finding his rhythm again. Got to get back in rhythm.
Yes, professional
Find the
outro. Thank you,
groove.
Adam. See, Adam's encouraging me there. Thank you, Adam. Well, fade it out all professionally. We'll say you see you on next week. Yeah. Stay high,
Don't lie
stay
to me,
safe,
man.
everybody.
Bye,
Goodbye.
everybody. See you later.
Bye. Say bye.